The next tip is have a good rapport with your teacher. Respect and honor your teachers. You know, they are there to teach you. Don't be rude to teachers. You don't get anything by being disrespectful to teachers. Feel free to approach your teachers on a personal level and ask them questions. You can stay back after school and go and meet some teachers that are willing to listen. When they teach you in class, you already know the ones that are friendly and can give you listening ear. Then in school, our hostel mistresses or other staff, we could always talk to them about literally anything. It doesn't just have to be about your books. You can talk to them about life, of challenges you're facing with your fellow students or in the hostel. Bring me to the next tip, which is SOROSOKE. I don't know if I spoke that Yoruba well, but speak up, my dear. If you are having a challenge in the boarding school, speak up. No man is an island, and don't assume that you know it. There is freedom to a great extent in the boarding house, so you get to make your own decisions. But my dear, if something is choking you, speak up. Like, find a teacher, a senior, a fellow friend. Speak up. Don't keep things to yourself. So in addition to having a good rapport with your teachers based on academic level, you can also talk to them about life issues. A boy, for example, and a senior is threatening you, trying to abuse you in the hostel, whether physically or sexually. Speak up. Meet a teacher, speak up. Don't die in silence. Or even if you're a girl, maybe you're having an issue with your reproductive system, maybe your menses, you're not understanding what is going on with your period, speak up. Tip number 8, stay out of drama and cliques. If you're in the boarding school, the last thing you need is drama. If you see where they're fighting, throwing blows, or exchanging words, calling themselves names, you don't have to stay there. Maybe you want to help and solve the issue. Well, if you're strong enough. But if you know that if you're going to separate that fight or to solve that fight, they will beat you joints, my dear. Please, don't go in and fall inside drama. You mustn't quarrel with anybody. You mustn't fight with anybody. You mustn't have issues with anybody. The Bible says, as long as it depends on you, live at peace with all men. Okay, somebody may step on your toes. So if you express yourself and say, I don't like what you did, I believe that's enough. Don't go calling people names, okay? It doesn't even look good on you. If you're the kind of person that always saying, idiot, get out, fool, stupid, mad. It doesn't even look good on anybody. So avoid that, okay? Avoid anything that will make you to call people names or make people to call you names. Raising voices, fighting physically, you don't need those things. And another thing that you should avoid in boarding school is cliques, like forming cliques, group of 3, group of 4. It's different from study groups, okay? It's different. I know that people form, then in school we used to have study groups, like let's read together, let's study this subject together. It's different. That's for a good cause. But when you see people that pay more attention to every other thing other than their books, okay? You should look neat, you should look smart, you should be tidy, accepted. But when that is now your only focus, every time you're with comb, there's comb on your hair. For those of us that were on local, there's always comb on your hair. You've combed your hair, we know. So why is there comb there? Every small thing, you brought that mirror from your bag. You're in school, you've not read the book that is in front of you. You've not read that chapter 1 in front of you. You've looked at the mirror 2 times, looked at the mirror 3 times. Trying to put lip gloss in the eye, like focusing on other things other than what I. So there are cliques like that. Okay, those kind of cliques is not what you need. All these cliques that used to form, let's pair people that look alike. Let's pair people for Valentine. Trying to create pairs and pairs and pairs and pairs. You don't need all those things. You don't need all those things. Okay, so if you're going to form a study group, fine, but avoid cliques that the reason for their coming together is just for rubbish, just for. Always remember why you're in school and avoid cliques and avoid drama. Tip number 9. Boarding school is a good opportunity for you to develop your talents. Let me share a story with you. This is how I know that I'm not for sports. Sports is not for me. When I was in the boarding house, we were preparing for inter-house sports. So our seniors, our games prefect gathered us together, like all the juniors. They wanted to pick people that will represent the house in I think that should be 100-meter race. So the idea is everybody just start running, okay? They'll do on your mask, get set, go. Everybody start running. So when you're running, the seniors will pursue you. So if they can flog you, it means you're not running fast enough. And my God, did they flog me? I received cane upon cane. My mates were running far ahead. They were all in front. What I'm trying to say is that in boarding school, you can discover your talent and develop it. So eventually, where I found myself was in poem presentation. Okay, I had to present the house in presenting a poem. Another thing I discovered I could do well was in writing essays. Right then, I used to participate in mathematics competitions. So in boarding school, you get to discover your talent and have opportunity to develop it because there will be lots of activities for you to participate in. So you can leverage it At the same time, like I mentioned earlier, don't get carried away. That's why you should always remember what brought you to school. I know it's all seeming like a lot, everything put together, like jamming themselves, but the truth is that it is what it is. Focus on your books while you develop your talent. Avoid dramas, but keep good friends. Another tip I'd like to share with you in this video is learn how to set your boundaries. In boarding school, you need to set boundaries, okay? If you don't like to be touched anyhow, tell your roommates. Tell them in time, I don't like this. If you don't want somebody touching your provisions, your powder, your cream, your soap, your stuff without your consent, tell them on time, okay? But if you don't mind, still tell them, okay? So learn how to set boundaries. Sometimes when people set boundaries, they are viewed as maybe mean or nasty, but nothing like that. Setting boundaries, you're just protecting yourself. The last tip I have for you is do not compare yourself with anybody. We are all created differently. We all have different strengths. We all have our weaknesses, okay? Just because you're not as good as this person in sports does not mean that you will not do well in your books. Don't let the fact that somebody's cupboard is more stuffed up than your own make you feel inferior or compare yourself with another person and then you become arrogant. Please do not compare yourself with others. Now here's a rundown of all the tips that we've talked about. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching the end. In this video, I mentioned 7 things you need to do before you turn 20. You should definitely watch that video so that you don't enter into adulthood having regret. Take good care and I'll see you there.